If you have student loan debt, you have been riding this roller coaster of payments getting paused and then those paused payments getting extended time and time again, and then potential debt relief plans, and it truly has been a nail biter. But we do have some important updates that we want to share with you today. It is going to affect your student loans in the very near future and your plan for paying off those loans. So let's go ahead and dive in, make sure you guys are set up for success. What's up, everybody? I'm Alicia, and I'm a personal finance coach who is passionate about helping people break that paycheck to paycheck cycle so they can finally find some peace of mind when it comes to their money. All right, so the Biden administration had made plans to relieve up to $20,000 in student loan debt for individuals who make $125,000 or less, or families who make $250,000 or less. Now, there was a bunch of just wonderings from many people as to whether or not this would actually pull through, and it really did look promising. Tens of thousands of people had already gotten approved for this debt relief plan, and it was looking like it was going to happen. However, the Supreme Court did override the Biden administration's debt relief plan. And so that is going to be a big update for a lot of people who were depending on that or who were maybe waiting to see what would happen. It's settled. Those payments are not getting relieved. So what do you need to do? Well, first of all, you need to know that interest rates are going to start kicking back up starting September 1st, and these payments are going to be expected to kick back in October. So you need to go ahead, and we recommend updating your budget. Go figure out what that payment is for your student loans. If you haven't been paying it in a while, you might have forgotten. Maybe you consolidated your loans while the pauses were in effect, so that might affect your payment moving forward. So figure out what that payment's going to be. You'll also receive a statement around 21 days before that payment is due. So whatever that statement says, go ahead and update your budget with it. Make sure you move around money if you need to in order to make that payment happen. Now, let's say you were one of those individuals who already put in your application for this debt relief and you were approved for it. This all rings true for you as well. Unfortunately, that approval is no more. So you will also want to go in, make sure your budget is ready to go. Make sure you've got the money on hand so that you can start making those payments again. Also, keep in mind that if you were making auto payments on your loans before the pauses took effect, those auto payments will not kick back in automatically for most people. We are big fans of setting up auto pay. So if that's something you were doing previously, or it is something you want to go ahead and start doing now, you'll want to make sure you set up auto pay for your student loans as well. That way you never miss a payment. All right. Also, you may have heard of some other payment plans that might actually lower your payment today. These are plans like income-driven payment plans. We've got debt consolidation options. There's forbearance. There's deferment. Runs the gamut. There are many options out there, but we highly, highly caution you to please read the fine print with any of these options, because oftentimes, while they might help you in the now, especially if you've got a really tight budget, low income, and struggling to make those student loan payments, absolutely, these payment plans might help you in the now, but oftentimes they end up being more costly for you, both in time and money. They oftentimes drag out how long you were paying off this loan, and in turn, how much money you're actually putting into interest. So please look at the fine print. We also recommend, if you're struggling to make these student loan payments, you're looking at your budget and you're like, oh my gosh, I don't know how I'm going to do this. I need to look at other options. Go ahead and hire a coach. We're going to put a link in the description box below to our calendar. Set aside some time with one of our personal finance coaches. We'll walk through all of the options with you. Make sure that you've got a budget locked and loaded, ready to go, with a plan to help you get those student loans paid off as quickly as you possibly can. Get them behind you. Okay. Also, if you're like, oh my gosh, Alicia, you're talking about a budget and figuring out how to include my student loans in this budget, and I don't even know where to get started with this. This feels incredibly overwhelming, but you absolutely know you need to do it, especially with this big payment that you have coming in your future. Fret not. There's a ton of budgeting softwares out there that will help you out. In fact, we have just put out a video walking through two of our favorite budgeting softwares, as well as a software that we really don't love to recommend for our clients. So if you're interested in starting to research these different budgeting platforms that you might want to use for your budget, go ahead and check out this video. We'll walk you through the ins and outs of some of our favorites.